FG targeting boost in tax collection efficiency, not to increase burden. Setima. Sanwo-Olu to deliver Yoruba National Day lecture. Edo partners on human trafficking series. Verification. Nurses decry insistence. Kano Emirate. Sanusi returns as Emir 1,545 days after dethronement. Now the news info. The senior special assistant to the president on homegrown school feeding, NHGSFP, Dr. Yetunde Adeniji, has assured that inflationary trend in the country won't stall the federal government's school feeding program. Adeniji disclosed this while kicking off a value for money study in Oyo State. The project aims to ensure the programs delivers maximum impact for school children. According to our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we assure live up to his promise of feeding 10 million school children annually in the country. We are committed to the feeding program of our school children, putting in place measures to address challenges that may hinder the success of the program. Nigerians can be rest assured of Mr. President's commitment to this program, he stated. Ms. Dr. Adeniji added that the study, which commenced on May 20, will continue until May 30. During this time, she will meet with various stakeholders, including farmers, cooks, community leaders, government officials. To get more details on the story, you can pick up Vanguard newspaper this morning. Inflation won't affect school feeding program, presidency assures. In another news, Vice President Kashim Shettima yesterday restated the commitment of President Bola Tinubu administration to reform the nation tax system without overburdening Nigerians. Specifically, he said the fundamental motive of administration was not to increase the tax burden on Nigerians, but to improve the efficiency of tax collection. Speaking when he received a delegation of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, CITN, at the presidential villa, Vice President Shettima noted that no Nigerian was pleased with illegal tax collection happening across the entire country by non-state actors, soliciting CITN insights on attracting foreign direct investment through competitive companies tax rate. The VP said the focus of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration is not to increase the tax burden on Nigeria, but to improve the efficiency of tax collection. That is our fundamental motive. He stressed the importance of collaborating with the CITN to adopt global best practice in tax administration, pointing out that knowledge is not something you can buy in market square. It's what you earn. To get more details on the news, you can pick up the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Sanwo-Olu to deliver Yoruba National Day lecture. The 2024 Yoruba National Day celebrations will hold at International Conference Centers, University of Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. A statement by President General of the Grand Council of Yoruba Youth, Awa Bamiji, said the event will mark the 85th birthday of elder statesman and actor Chief Larry Paimo, aka Eda Oniliola. A lecture, National Unity and Agitation for Determination, the way forward for Nigeria, will be delivered by Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Bamiji noted the Ori Olokun Odua Award will be bestowed on prominent individuals, including Professor Kayode Adebowale, Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan, Alhaji Muhyiddin Bello, Islamic cleric, Oba Adebayo Akande, Chairman of Splash FM and Lagelu, Bamidele Samson, Chairman of Bovas Group, and Dr. M.O. Mustafa Babashibi Oba. We had concluded consultation before the news of approval of the Lagos State House of Assembly to celebrate Yoruba Week in the state. It is time we work together for the progress of Yoruba land. Traditional delicacy are always showcased, and we now making case for their inclusion, as well as making sure that everything is entered. The chairman of the event will be Architect Bamidele Samson. Chairman of Bofas, Wayotumba Jumake. Ogunkeyede will be the vice chairman. Special guest of honor, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. To get more news on these, to get more details on these news, you can pick up the Nation newspaper this morning. Edo partners on human trafficking series. Native Media TV is partnering Edo on telenovela. The 78th episode will address irregular migration, human trafficking, rehabilitation, and redemption. The project is supported by Governor Godwin Obaseki and supervised by Ministry of Arts, Culture and Tourism and Edo Film Project. At a meeting with the governor's wife, Dr. Rogers Ofime, Chief Executive Officer of the Native Media, noted the importance of setting the series in Edo. He stressed the region's historical context with irregular migration and the authenticity it brings to storytelling. Ofime hailed the government and other agencies in combating the issue, especially mentioning Mrs. Betty Obaseki for female empowerment and her support for organization and charity in this regard. Our initiative aims to reduce the dependency on forces that aid human trafficking and ensure returnees are reintegrated into society. Native Media is renowned for its commitment to telling original Nigerian story with international appeal. Edo partners on human trafficking series. To get more story, you can pick up the Nation newspaper. Kano Emirates, Sanusi returns as Emir 1,545 days after dethronement. Exactly 1,545 days after he was deposed as Emir of Kano, His Highness Muhammadu Lamido Sanusi has been reappointed as 14th Emir of Kano. Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano approved the appointment of Muhammad Sanusi yesterday after assenting the Kano State Emirate Council Amendment Number 2 Bill 2024 passed by the House of Assembly. The new law repealed immediate past Governor Abdullahi Gandoje Kano Emirate Council Law 2019, Kano State Emir Appointment and Disposition Amendment Law 2019, and Kano State Emirate Council Amendment Law 2023, which created 5 emirates in Kano and paved the way for disposition of Sanusi. Effectively, Gandoje dethroned Sanusi on March 9, 2020, and the former Central Bank of Nigerian governor was flown to Lagos and quartered by one of his friends, the late Herbert Wigwe of Access Bank. With the new development, Governor Yusuf gave 5 former emirs 48 hours to vacate all official residence and hand over former emirate properties to the deputy governor. Such said, Muhammadu Sanusi might be in town today to preside over Juma prayer. Yesterday afternoon, the Kano State House of Assembly dethroned the 5 emirs and abolished the 5 emirates created by Gandoje. A special session on the floor of the House, presided by the Speaker, Jibrin Fagore, had the reason preceding the Assembly passed the Kano Emirate Council Law 2024 after scaling the second and third reading. The Kano State Emirate Council Law 2024 was sponsored by Majority Leader, her member representing Dala constituency, Lawan Hussaini. Speaking on the floor of the House, Hussaini said the Kano Emirate had been distorted and upturned by previous government through creation of 5 emirates. Adding, with the repeal of the law, the Assembly has dissolved the emirates. His word, Kano State House of Assembly enacts as follows. The bill may be cited in Kano State Emirate Council Repeal Bill 2024. The bill shall come into operation on the day 2024 abrogation of the 5 emirate office created in repeal principal law dated 5th December 2019. The majority leader said they will send the repeal law to the governor for assent after the kingmaker will reappoint the emir. Earlier, the deputy speaker, Muhammad Butu, said the assembly repealed law in order to return the emirate city to its old status. Butu said with the division of the emirate, it has lost its national dignity as the division into 5 reduced the capacity and dignity of the delegation. Upon receiving the bill, the governor signed it into law in the presence of the deputy governor Aminu Abdul Salam, Speaker Fagori, and other top government functionary, and therefore announced the reinstatement of Muhammad Sanusi as Emir of Kano. Governor Yusuf also issued 48 hours to Emir Aminu Adobayero of Kano and 4 other first-class chiefs to vacate the palace and hand over all emirate properties to the office of the deputy governor. A statement issued by the governor's spokesperson, Mr. Sanusi Baturi Danwa Kintova, said Governor Yusuf made the declaration yesterday shortly after assenting to the newly passed Kano State Emirate Repeal Bill into law. Governor Yusuf expressed satisfaction that the new law will bring unity of the people of Kano and foster sustainable socio-economic development. He said the return of Muhammadu Sanusi to the throne will propel peace and prosperity, adding that the repeal of the council law was in realization of his campaign commitment to restore the lost glory of the state and its rich cultural heritage. He emphasized that the signing of the bill symbolizes the restoration of Raphael legacy of Kano Emirate, which has withstood the test of time for over 1,000 years. Furthermore, the governor urged the populace in the state to continue supporting his administration in delivering infrastructural advancement that will propel Kano to greater heights. For more details on the news, you can visit Vanguard newspaper. Kano Emirate Sanusi returns as Emir 1,545 days after dethronement. Verification. Nurses decry insistence. Nurses under nursing group administrator as decry insistence by Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria for not backing down on requirements for nursing verification. This follow adjournment of the suit against NMCN over verification to July 12. NGA described it as a burden on practicing nurse, noting the guidelines undermine their right and prospects. Speaking in Lagos, Representative Edika Osemeke said his colleague demanded repeal of the policy. Osemeke said the policy was arbitrary, not transparent, and overlooked challenges facing nursing. The group called on NMCN to reverse the policy, engage in dialogue with their association to develop a more equitable, inclusive, and efficient verification to uphold the integrity of nursing practice. Verification. Nurses decry insistence. You can get more details on the news on Fanga in the Nation newspaper. Before we bring the news to a close, this is the major headlines in the news. Inflation won't affect school feeding program, presidency assures. The federal government targeting boost in tax collection efficiency, not to increase burden. Sanwo-Olu to deliver Yoruba National Day lecture. Edo partner on human trafficking series. Verification. Nurses decry insistence. Kano Emirates Sanusi return as emir 1,545 days after dethronement. This is where we are going to be drawing the curtain on Carnival Breakfast Show newspaper review this morning. Thanks for listening to us this morning. You are highly appreciated. Do enjoy the rest of your day. I am Ibrahim Adebayo.